Hello, my name's Brian. My mum got took into hospital in 2009. She had Alzheimer's. There's 1, 2, 3 stages that they go through. It's not nice. It's horrible to watch. I had a social worker as well who used to take me to see my mum. But you nurses out there, you need to blow the whistle on management, staff and people that do wrong in the nursing home, because I've seen it for myself firsthand, and I think it's only right that you should do that. Because one day it could be your mum or your father or one of your brothers that's there, and they get the same treatment that you have seen go on. And I think you should do it, because none of us never know if we're going to end up with Alzheimer's. The news says there's going to be more, that's going to happen to over 60. It could happen to me. There's nothing I can do about it if I ever get it. But I had an affair with a social worker. I got took to court. I got done for stalking. That's what they said. Her prosecution says I was deluded. I was, there's a word I'm looking for. I was imagining things. Imagining things is imagining that you're a millionaire and you can have what you want, buy what you want, go to places, go all over the world, buy the biggest mansion you've ever had, I say that was fantasising. Being with Cheryl Cole, you know what I mean, but she wouldn't hesitate on me, do you know what I mean, because, Salford born and bred. But the social worker knew what she was doing. The social worker knew every way in the book to get me, because I told her too much about myself. When I had the affair, I was separated from my wife. She knew this. My children was here, my grandchildren. They knew something was going on. They knew it was going on. But for them to go to court, the judge would not allow it, I don't think, because they'd say it's family, they'll say anything. But I told the police at Swinton Police Station the truth. I did have the affair. I was intimate with the lady. I did everything with her girls. Went shopping with her girls. We'd go for a walk with one of the girls, the youngest one. Was only 2 then. We'd do all them things that couples do, normal. But we just couldn't let it come out, so I kept my mouth shut. And then I told my wife the truth, what happened, exactly what happened, what we did, everything, intimate and everything else. I told my wife. I had to tell my wife, because you can't sleep. You're waiting for things to come out, and so I think it was only right that I should tell her. But my wife went to the house. We got done for stalking, which was in the papers. Her prosecution was absolutely wrong. Mine, I don't know about mine. I wanted to speak, I couldn't speak. It was like I had everything took away from me. Rights. I thought we had rights. We haven't got any rights in court. We've got nothing. But the police won't do nothing either. Even though I have been to the police station. We're in 2014 now, and I've still been till now. And they say, Brian, you've been charged, you're guilty, you can't do nothing. Take it back to court. Now, to take it back to court, you've got to have money. I cannot take it back to court. The only thing I can do is do what I'm doing now with people out there. But if there's any social worker, any white collar worker that's true, honest, police or inspector or anybody that will believe what I say, it did happen. It did happen. Now, we've been all over in the car. We've been all over. Places that I didn't even know. So, the only one I can suggest is the commissioner, the police commissioner. You know, you've been on the news quite a lot, Commissioner, and you're saying, you know, we've all got rights, we've all got what's it. But when you've got a mental illness, you've got no rights whatsoever. You haven't. You think you're deluded. You think you're, you know, you're crazy. Yeah, I can get angry. Yes, I can. I can get really angry. But you know what? I'm angry because you people in them courts, if the man is guilty, or the woman's guilty, it's only right that you do your job. But in my case, entirely different. Because I'm making love with another woman, social worker, is all wrong. Because you're all in the same boat. The police, social workers, all the white collar workers are in the same boat. And you know what? You lot make more mistakes than us normal people. Now, I'm going to let you in this little secret. When my mum was in the nursing home, this is for this lady who's made the advert. When my mum was in the nursing home, the things that went on was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I seen them for myself, shouting, just shouting for the nurses, the poor people, that's all. I need help, I need to go to the loo. And you're watching the nursing home just sat on the backside, doing nothing while your mum is soaking wet in the wheelchair. Aye, I've been there, and I know that that woman is absolutely right, what she's doing now. I take my hat off to you. I appreciate what you're doing, and all you famous people. I appreciate everything that you're doing for yourselves and for making the advert very good, because it's a lovely advert. It gets home to you, and people that have suffered with, you know, Alzheimer's and dementia, it's they bring back memories. They do bring back memories. It gets home. But no people out there, they don't know. They don't know if they're going to get it or not. So the nurses that are working there and the management, they need to learn a lot. They need to learn a lot. Not sat on the backside in the office making deals with certain social workers. Well, you'll have him, I'll have her, or no, you have him and we'll have her. Yeah, I've seen all that. I've listened to all that as well. I'm a nosy bastard. I am a nosy bastard. Because I can't read and can't write, it doesn't mean to say I don't know nothing. I know right from wrong. So the right way is to get this over, try and get it over before anything happens. I am not looking for sympathy. I am not looking for anything that anybody can give me. The social worker knows that she had the affair. She works at Swinton. The police that charged me works at Swinton as well, the CID. Now I can still remember, because I can't read or write. My head is like a computer, So I have to remember what's in my head. Sometimes I make a little mistake, even when I'm talking I make a mistake. I've learned a lot in my life. I had one teacher and he was a doctor. He learned me how to speak, he learned me how to say words that I've never heard. I'm still learning words now, but you know, that's by the by. So I did have the affair with her. I did have sexual intercourse with her in my home. I've had to wipe everything, get rid of everything, yes, and start again with my wife. I can't say how much I am sorry to my wife. Every day I will say that. She's been my rock, she's been my star. There's only one star in the sky, and that's her. And I've told my children. But at the end of the day, this person needs to get her head clear of the stuff that she's got in her head, because every day she's sat there wondering what's what. She'd be knocking on the door, who's knocking on the door, who's doing this and who's doing that. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to do nothing. This is all I'm going to do. This is all I'm going to do. So, Commissioner or the police, come to my house, take my story, and you know what, at the end of the day, yeah, I would go on there with Jenny Mikhail and one of the police officers that arrested me, or a commissioner. If I was guilty, I deserve everything I got. But if I'm not guilty, it needs to backfire, because no one's untouchable, no one. And I've even met her husband by accident. He said I look a scruff, he said I look old, he said I'd twat you if he wasn't so old. But little he knows, little does he know, he looks older than me. He needs to get his hair dyed because he's grey and he's got half a sleeve. But you know what? It's not about tattoos or looking how big you are. It's confronting it. And when you confront it, and you can confront anybody, it's not about fighting. It's not about fighting. It's about telling the truth, because too many people lie. Like you've seen what's been going on the telly. You've seen about what's going on in the news. Well, let me tell you, for what I got for doing that I didn't do was unbelievable. For the people that have been on telly and doing what they've done and getting away with it is fucking huge. So I want to take the police on with Jenny Mikhail. If the police can't take it, they've got no buckle. Or the lady herself and her husband, I will go on the Jenny Mikhail show. If Jenny Mikhail show will take me, which I know they will, because I've phoned them before, and it's only if this person goes on with me. But she can have her husband with her if she wants, and I will go on my own with Jenny Mikhail. So, let me tell you, all you nurses out there, it is an hard job. It is an hard job. Some elderly ones are really poorly. They need your help. They need your safety. They need the net that you can hold so they don't fall through. So I will say to you, look after them, give them respect. Give them respect, because it could be your mum or dad that's there. And they did a lot in the war for us, because that's why we're here today. Even my mum, I wouldn't be here today. A lot of people would think he's a dick. Maybe, maybe not. But I tell you what, I'm no dick. I'm just human. But before you go, and even the police, when they said to me, over your tattoo. I had to start